Welcome to Ninerology, Faithful in the Trenches. I'm your host, Alan, and the 49ers have just signed free agent tight end Logan Thomas to a contract for the 2024-2025 season. And what a great signing for the 49ers. George Kittle is not at risk. He is the starting tight end, the best tight end in the NFL. But the 49ers' depth at tight end has been pretty subpar for the past several years. I mean, you've had Ross Dwelley in trenches, like the number two tight end for a while, but they've also drafted tight ends and picked up tight ends kind of in the later rounds, trying to see if they can get better at that specific position. And they finally have done that. We look at last year, they drafted two tight ends. You had Cameron Latu, and you also had Braden Willis. And then you have Ross Dwelley, you had Charlie Warner. Now, I like Charlie Warner personally, but he's more of a great blocker than he would be as a pass catcher. And the more and more of the moves that we see the 49ers doing, it looks like what they're trying to do is evolve from a run first to being more balanced and maybe even more pass heavy. We know how great Christian McCaffrey is, but the reality is he's getting older as a running back. And Kyle Shanahan's offense needs to evolve. It needs to evolve. And we kind of see that with the signing of Ricky Pearsall in the first round. A lot of people assume that that was because, hey, Brandon Ayuk's going to be gone or Deebo Samuel's going to be gone, which may be true next year. But the fact is, they re-signed Jawan Jennings, and you still have Deebo Samuel. They're currently in contract talks with Brandon Ayuk. And now you have Ricky Pearsall. You also drafted another wide receiver, and you still have some depth there. And then you have Christian McCaffrey, who is a great receiving threat out of the backfield. And then now you get a good receiving tight end threat opposite of George Kittle in Logan Thomas. Now, if we were to break down some of Logan Thomas's numbers, just a few years, he's only a couple years removed of having 72 catches, 670 yards, and six touchdowns. That was back in 2020. But even last year he had, I believe it was 55 catches, 496 yards, and four touchdowns. And the 49ers don't have to give up any draft picks. This is a great free agent signing. And it's essentially going to be for a 1 year deal. It's, hey, you want to come over to a Super Bowl contender? You can be the number two tight end. We're going to figure out a bunch of ways to get you and George Kittle on the line at the same time. People are going to double George, which is going to leave you one on one. And you can go ahead and boost those numbers. I'm sure that's how they pitched it to Logan Thomas. And so they probably pitched as you could be the missing piece. Everybody was trying to take away George Kittle and our other options. You could be that missing piece that gets us that sixth Lombardi trophy. So I think this is a great signing, and it continues to point to the fact that Kyle Shanahan is finally going to entrust Brock Purdy more with passing the ball. Again, you have Christian McCaffrey. That is your greatest weapon on the offense. But the reality is you want him to be there the entire season. You want him there for all 20 games, 19 hopefully if you get that first round bye. And in order for the 49ers to finish and clinch and get that sixth Lombardi, you need to keep Christian McCaffrey healthy. Don't overwork him. And the best way to do that is to start using your passing game more. Don't entrust Christian McCaffrey with 30 to 35 touches a game. Keep him between 18 and 25. Keep him fresh. Start using your backup running backs and start entrusting Logan Thomas, George Kittle, Deebo, Brandon Aiyuk. If Brandon Aiyuk's going to command $30 million a year and they resign him, you're going to have to start feeding them the ball like a $30 million receiver. It doesn't make any sense to be, just having Brandon Aiyuk get 17th best wide or targets making $30 million a year. So you have to start passing the ball more. And I think Kyle Shanahan is finally starting to get that. And let's see what this year holds. And I think this is a great signing. And we're looking forward to see what you bring to the table, Logan Thomas. Who knows? If you have a great year, maybe we'll get a Logan Thomas jersey. Who knows? Maybe we'll give one out for free from Ninerology. But that's all we have for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.